Good day. Whew, my hair's a mess. What's up? Good day. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to more Minecraft. We're in Minecraft because that's what I do here. I play Minecraft. Welcome back to yet another stream in Sky Factory 4. I've been AFK the last few minutes here in the hunting dimension. Jumped up on my cake. Let's head home. So, I got a little bit of stuff done this week. Not a whole lot, but I do have some. So let's talk about that. What have we done? I can't remember what I showed you last week if I did this. I created a room for auto crafting, but we didn't get to it yet, so we're going to do some auto crafting today. And what else? Let's see. I've been working on these guys. I got, I think, one or two more done. Trying to get everything up to standard there, or up to self-aware, if you will. Let's see. This finally drained. I've been making amber. Our power is still pumping into this guy. So we got a fair amount of juice running up. Yeah, I made a place for Puppers. Just because I was tired of hearing his barking, so I moved him further away. So that way Puppers would have his own place. So that's Puppers. What else? What else? Yeah. Overall, good week. How is it going out there, everybody? Hello, God Gamer. Hello, Anubis. Hello, John. Hello, Shemesh. And hello, Stephen Ward. Welcome. And to those of you out there who haven't commented, hey, hello to you too. So tonight we've got a few projects to work on. Yeah. We got some things, some stuff. We're going to do a little bit. We're going to do at least one or two more locations here in the Twilight Forest. Go ahead and knock them out. But one of the last things that I was working on, one of the things we worked on last week, is setting up Ender Library. And we'd started that process. And I told you guys I was going to work on it some this week and figure it out. And I have. At least to the best that I can. It's semi-automated. Okay? So I went ahead and I reran this so that all of the stuff I genuinely want to keep are being automatically loaded into the system, and the stuff I don't care about or need is automatically being trashed. That leaves me with just books and enchanted items and just regular trash items that are getting tossed in here. Okay? Just as we were doing before, magic items go in here, books go in here, and then this will spit out whatever items are left over and whatever books that are made from disenchanting. So this is all the disenchanting. So at this point, there's two parts of the manual automation. One is moving from stuff from here to here. The other one is moving it from here to where it needs to go. So as you can see here, I've got one that says books, and I've got one that says gear. So gear is for any gear that I have that is not enchanted anymore, or never was enchanted. Any of those items that I put here are being fed automatically into over here. They're being sent through the smelting factory, and that's where those go. Okay? They get recharged. And once they get recharged and fixed, then they get kicked into a folder that matches those. Because once they're recharged, they can go into a folder. That's the first part. The second part is taking the books and putting them in this chest. Now what that does is that takes it down to our library. As you can see, I finished building the library, redid this a little bit. So what happens is any books that I put in that chest are fed into this chest here. That runs them through the automated user, which then adds that enchantment to one of the Ender bookshelves. If that enchantment already exists, like Tombstone 1, you can see I've already got 60 of them in here. It adds them into that slot. If there isn't one, it creates a new slot. There's really no way to organize that, at least that I found yet. But we got some ways we're going to look at that. After it has removed an enchantment, it puts the book in here. Now, if the book still has another enchantment on it, feeds it back through and does it again. It keeps doing that until the book has no enchantments left on it. And then, once it has no enchantments left on it, it feeds it into this chest, into a wireless transfer, which puts it right back up here again, ready to be disenchanted. So, for example, I take all of these books here, I put them in the books. All of these books. Oops, I put my... That's not going to be good. Let me grab this. It's going ahead and it's taking all the enchantments off and feeding those books in. And all those enchantments are being added to my wall. You can see it's empty already. It's already done. It always leaves the image of one there, even though there's no book there. That's okay, though. And then all those books ended back up in here. Super duper easy to do. It's way better than junk storage, to be honest, when it comes to storing enchantments. Because it doesn't take up actual physical space, right? And then if I need an actual enchantment, I just walk up with an empty book and right-click on that, and it'll put that enchantment on the book. Let's go ahead and do that so I can show you as an example. Grab ourselves a book. And let's say I want one of these Luck of the Sea 2. I right-click. Now you see it says 42, and I've got a Luck of the Sea. And if I don't want that, throw it back in there. Puts it right back in. Luck of the Sea's back up to 43 again. So that's basically as automated as I can get it. And the reason I say as automated as I can get it is because there's no way to move these magical items into here and non-magical items somewhere else. There just isn't a way, a filtering system that can do that because of the multitude of different enchantments and combinations of enchantments that can be on those items. There just isn't a way of filtering that all. That wouldn't be literally filtering thousands of combinations. So the books that get gathered, I can just automatically throw them right in there, and they're done. And then I grab the items that aren't magical, because these ones aren't as important. I mean, honestly, I could just dump these in the trash. I don't need these non-magical items, really. But I figure, what else am I going to do with my time? See how many boots and gloves I can put together. And then we take all the enchanted ones, throw them in here, and that will start yanking the enchantments off and kicking the books and unenchanted gear back into this one right here. Let's see. Will the enchanters holders work with the entire room other than only an X square from the source? Anubis, I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I haven't come across enough enchantments to tell. Like, these, with all the books I've done, and there's been a lot, this is how many enchantments, different enchantments, have really existed in that combination at this point. Right? Which really is a chunk, but it's not that many. What made the books themselves hard is the combinations. One book might have had Tombstone 1, Miners, whatever that is, and Power 3 on it. The other one could have had Auto, Smelt, and Protection. So there's just so many limitless different... just this many enchantments. I mean, I'm not going to do the math. But, I mean, you're talking hundreds, if not thousands, of different combinations just with that many enchantments. So will it continue to spread limitlessly across this room? I don't know. The only way to tell is to keep putting enchantments in there and find out, which is why I'm doing that. The only downside is I feel that a lot of the enchantments that I'm getting are the same ones over and over again. So while we're out adventuring, we're going to find other enchantments, which we can then add to the pile. But like this here's multi-shot, Luck of the Sea 2 again, Power, get a lot of those. Soulbound, Insight, Flame, XP, Lure 2. I'm looking to see if we get any that are multiples. Mending. Oh, I won't get any multiples. What am I thinking? You know, this will strip each one individually. Multiples would be an item with multiples. I'm looking at the wrong thing here. The good news is I don't have to make any more books, right? I'll never need to make a regular book again because this just keeps growing and growing the more items that I pull off of here. Because even though, well, I don't know why I did that. Even though it's using these books, I'm also adding books directly out of here. So the books are being recycled, and I'm adding more books to the pile each time another book gets pulled into the auto fisher. Alright, so let's feed a bunch of those in here. Then we'll grab a bunch of this trash gear. Throw that over here, and then that'll all get recharged and shoved into a folder. Convenience! But that's about as automated as I can make that. At least with the items that I believe I have in Sky Factory 4. as it is new. I'm going to keep playing with it, though, as we advance through the pack and come up with more things. To be honest with you, what I found online says that this can partially be controlled by an AE monitor and stuff. So once we get to AE, which unfortunately we're going to have to probably start today or tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, I'm probably gonna pull out the silver, the solar here, because it's not helping us in any way, and use this space for something else. Now, one other thing that I did that I've never done before that I thought was kind of fun. So you guys know that I like to collect the heads of mine enemies. Or just the heads in this game in general, right? We added the beheading mods and everything last week. We got all that in there. So I could start gathering heads. As you can see, look at all the heads that I got just while I was AFK for 30 minutes. Here's the issue that I have historically run into Sky Factory 4 with the heads. There are two different types of heads that can drop. Not visually with what you see here. There are heads that look like this, which are all the different custom heads of the different players and stuff. And there are some new ones in here. There's a Spider-Man somewhere. I saw a cool Spider-Man somewhere, I thought. There he is. Look, there's a Spider-Man. I don't remember there being a Spider-Man in a previous one. Pretty sure there's some new heads in here now. Look at this guy. Demon Dusts. I don't recognize that. I don't recognize that head at all. So I'm pretty sure there's new heads in there. But as you can see, these heads are the skins of that player. And in a normal mob farm, like if I'm using diamond spikes or iron spikes, or I just go out and kill a dude myself, and he drops his head, they look like this. But what I've always been frustrated by is when you get heads from the mob crusher me thing that I'm using with the beheadings, those same heads all have the generic two starter characters, Steve and, I'll be honest, I don't know the female character's name. I feel bad for that, but I don't know. But everything looks like them, except for creepers or regular creatures like slimes or zombies or witches. Those ones are normal. But any player's heads look like these, and that means they won't stack with these ones. So sometimes I might have a stack of Firestonus' heads, and then I have another stack of Firestonus' heads that look like this. Now, these ones here, Callow and Herpy Derpy, they're just using regular skins, okay? Because to fix this problem, here's Callow's head. That's not going to work, because we know that. Dr. Mick's head, okay? You put Dr. Mick's head down, and look, it becomes the right head. And then I can break it and put it in there. But it still won't stack with a head that has dropped from the normal way. It creates two stacks of the same head. So how do I know if I have all the heads or not, right? My goal here is to eliminate the heads that aren't coming from the beheading, because most of them are coming from beheading. There's a few in here that I had before. But the best way to do that is to know what I'm looking at. So I need to put the heads down, break them, and then put them in this chest. But I am way too lazy to do that. So I automated it. Let's take a look. So what's happening here is I bring the chest and put them in here, or the heads, put them in that chest. They go into a block placer, which places it on the ground. A block miner then breaks it, and an item collector picks it up and puts it up into here. It also took my bricks, but so this way, all I have to do is anytime I have these, because again, remember, Draven is very lazy. Not with monster heads. I mean, you can, it just isn't going to help you. You could put the creeper heads in there. There's just no reason to. But all I got to do is put these in here, and you can hear it. They're getting placed. I guess I could probably do that. See, they're getting placed and broken. And then they end up in here. Look at that guy. I've never seen that head before. That is 100% a new head. There are new people in here, or people have changed their skins. So I have an automatic head breaking system at this point. That anytime I get heads, that's where they go. That is a regular sword, so we'll go ahead and throw it in here. Remember earlier when I came in here and I couldn't find the things? See how I put the things? Oh, that's the right things. I put them in the wrong spot. That doesn't go in there. I'll have to fix that in a minute. See, that's being charged and fixed there, but I just broke that other thing. I'll have to fix it in a second. Well, actually, let's go fix it now before I mess it up. Let's see. Let's see. So the one I messed up was this one. Okay. Broke the wrong side. Okay. This is the one I break. I mess this one up a lot. So I have to drop it and fix it so I can get my sword back. It's just all part of Draven's failure. There we go. Hey, Terry, what can I say? Draven loves head. But yeah, so all the items are getting fed into this thing, and then they get recharged and thrown into a folder. Not getting any robot parts, many robot parts anymore, I should say, now that I'm doing beheading primarily. Alright, let's grab a Shrinky Dink and look at what else I did. There's one other thing I did today, or this week. I did all this on Monday. And I'll tell you why. I've kind of taken a break from gaming. A little burned out on it, to be honest with you. Other than the minimal amount of Raid Shadow Legends I have to do on a daily basis, and then Minecraft for the stream, I haven't played another game all week, man. I've been reading, watching movies, spent a lot more time with my wife. We've gone out and done some things, did some stuff around the house, just relaxing. I don't know, it's been nice. I got a little burned out on it, so I'm taking a break, a hiatus, if you will. Other than this, I haven't done anything else this week. So we have the cobble and water going. We got to check on that. Actually, let's go ahead and check them in order. Let's see how we're doing on our achievements, right? So this one never loads, right? Okay. So we need to check and see how our water looks. I just got the achievement. Bam! Look at that. We've got the achievement for filling a black hole tank with all the waters in the world. And I used a lot less than I normally do. It just worked out. Let's go check cobblestone. Cobblestone, still going. Got a ways to go. And I knew that one would. And I could feasibly add more of these, but I'm afraid of causing too much problems. So overall, we just got one of our achievements. Look at that. Achievement already. How awesome is that? So that's that one. Okay, now we're about to have some lag. Nothing I can do about it. Here we are. Hold on a minute. I'm going to turn this off so it stops breaking it. So I'll stop the lag for a minute. So we're looking to see how close we are to getting our achievement. So we don't have an octuple. We've got 6 septuples. Wow, that's actually pretty impressive. Sex, I believe, is 7. And fun. But Quint is 5. So that's 6. So this would make 7s. Okay, so I'm not as far in as I thought. That's okay, though. That is okay. We'll go ahead and put these in here. So this is coming along anyways. Squirrels. Squirrels. My army of squirrels. I'm Squirrel Girl. I was going to change my skin to Squirrel Girl. All of you guys just keep the home fires running. I'm going to do this and get out of here as quickly as I can. Go. I got it. Okay. And then that leaves us with number 3, which was Netherrack, which we got started. And we got it all automated. Now, hello, Squirrel Army. I told you that I was going to build some more Netherrack farms. I built 1. Like I said, I didn't do a lot this gaming this week. But I did do 1. So this is a triple level farm, all making Netherrack. And all that Netherrack feeds into here, and then gets fed into this, so on and so forth. So let's see how far we've made that. We're good there. We're good there. We may not have any there. We got some there. Got one there. So what are we up to? We got 2 sectuple. I'm actually really excited about that. I'm actually not considering we started the other one first and it's historically faster. That's pretty good. That is genuinely pleasing. My goal is to do, I already brought one in here, but I haven't started working on it yet. I'm going to do more of those. I just haven't got to it yet. Because, in here we just have the original one, right? Which is working. Squirrel Army, keep up the good work. Wonderful. How's work? Work's going exceptionally well. I really, really like this new company. They're very new. They consider themselves a startup, even though they've been running a couple of years. They're running on a middle. They just posted a new job position this week. And I feel like I'm doing very well. The feedback I'm getting would imply that they're very happy, if not impressed with what I'm bringing already. And my trainer today was like, I was talking to him about the type of stuff I enjoy. He goes, I know you're brand new and stuff, but did you see this job posting? He goes, I'd be remiss if I didn't point it out, because you'd probably be pretty good at it. And it would be a step up already from where I am. The opportunity for growth and advancement in this company is horrendous. Horrendously good, let me put it that way. I don't know if I want to jump on this first one, but it's cool that they already think that I'd be worthy enough to at least apply for it. Not necessarily saying I'd get it, but, that's pretty cool. They just made it clear that dude's like, let you know, though, that is not a 40-hour-a-week job. With the overtime, you're looking at probably 50 to 60 hours a week. Whew, good money, though. All right, but yes, the work is going very well. I really like the company. I like the people. I just really like the way everybody works. And the company, while new, really is on the right foot. They're starting well. Even in the way they handle their upset and irate escalated customers. Yeah. I like that. Today they're like, yeah, we're getting prank called by some angry person. We're going to block his number from the system. We're just going to block him. I'm like, that's awesome. That is awesome. Is it something you would like? No, Terry, it would not. I could tell you that part of the job would avoid collection calls. It would be less time on the phones, but I would still be backup for customer care when they're busy or shorthanded and such. But part of the job would be making outbound collection calls, which I don't think you'd enjoy, sir. Okay. So things we need to work on. We need to let's grab the old bookity book. Let's go back to page 1. Auto Walrus. We're going to do that tomorrow. And then we've got Auto Amber. I don't know if I'm going to Auto Amber this time. In fact, we're not going to. I don't need as much Amber at this point. I might mystical it over anything else. What is this? Who dares message me? Oh, it's a spam. Auto Supremium Ingot. That is a challenge. It's doable, but we're not doing it right away. I want to get some of the things that are going to take a while to do. I want to get started. So we're going to wait on that one. Cookie Singularity. That's on the list to do. We also have to get AE started. I don't like AE, but if I'm going to do all the achievements, the big ones are down here, right? Which is the maximum size storage disks of both items and fluid and gas. It requires a ton. A butt-ton. That's a butt-ton. A ton of time and resources to do. I don't actually have to use AE to do that, but I do have to make 1 million of those gold circuits and so on and so forth. So I'd like to automate that in a way that I don't normally do. So there are 4 different types of resources that you need for AE primarily, and that is gold, iron, diamond, 5, I'm sorry, gold, iron, diamond, redstone, silicon, quartz. Okay, I just said way more than 3 and 4. But I need those items in spades. So I feel like the normal setup that I use to create things will work. But what I need to do is I need to automate the production of those 4, 5, 6, whatever it was, resources, right? By creating a compact machine that produces those things specifically, and then funnels those things into the machines. What are those? I don't even remember what they're called. The stupid AE machines that make all the different parts, and then I can chain those into the different whatever the hell they are. So Did you hear AE? Yeah, I mean, I hate AE. Everybody knows that. But I'm still going to build the AE stuff to get the achievements. But I'm not going to put together an AE system. Fortunately, when it does come to AE, some of the components I need like terminals and stuff, I'm going to make those anyways because I want to see if I can hook those to the enchantment library, which it might do, and that would be cool because then there's a couple AE components that are actually useful for something, and that would be nice for once. But we're going to try that too. But yes, getting the sugar cane or blah, 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 getting the cookies going, that's a big one. That's a big one. So let's talk about that. Let's start with cookies. Cookies are our big project of the day today because this is not going to be quick. So here's how I do cookies. Here's how I do cookies. And historically, I build a ginormous smeltery in the middle of a compact machine with pour spouts all up and down the thing, all fully automated. Then, much like I did with the cobblestone generators over here, I line the wall with cookie saplings that are feeding into chests and cables that run into a simple storage network. Except for the thing because those will actually drop straight up cookies too. Those cookies would then be fed automatically, and all of it goes into the machine that makes the singularities and all that stuff and gets it done. That's not that hard. But like always, it's going to make way more resin than it does acorns, or more acorns than resin. It differs from tree to tree. And you end up with a lot of excess of the other things, so the other stuff. So you can funnel that other stuff into the system as well. Now, what I want to do is, instead of having the smeltery pour into regular tables, that's not as good. I want to use ingot formers, I believe, because I believe ingot formers will pour cookie resin into cookies. We're going to find out, because I believe that's what I used last time. And best of all, I don't think they used power, which makes life much nicer. Let's put one together and find out. There's a machine casing. I'm going to need some more basic plates. What else have I got? That's everything. Ingot former. Hey, that's an achievement. Yes, doesn't require power. Love it. Is going to take a whole lot of resources for this, though. So real quick, let's go ahead and get some of that going, because I know I'm going to need a ton of quartz and obsidian. So let me go ahead. Oh, actually, why am I doing it that way? That's silly. My manufactory is here. My manufactory is here. Do-do-do-do-do. So, cookies for today, and then if we have any time left, we'll see what else we're going to do. Tomorrow, we're going to get AE started. I may go in and automate... I may go ahead and build the compact machines. I don't know if I'll have time. We've got a bunch of stuff we're doing tomorrow around the house and out and about. If I have time tomorrow, I'm not sure how much. I may not get to play at all because I have a mess of stuff. I got to switch out all of our smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. I bought all new ones, but I haven't put them up yet. I got to do all that. That's going to be some wiring. All right, so we got. How much did I put in there? That's a good start. Okay, we'll get that manufacturing. Progressed in raid, cleared all the iron twins except for void. I'm on stage 14 a bit. Oh, nice. Congrats, sir. Hey, Butters, what's up, buddy? Okay, so there's ingot former. Don't need ender bookshelves anymore for a while. But yes, we're going to get a smelter. So let me get... I need some cookie resin. Let's see. I need cookie. I don't need a lot. Let's go ahead and put in 1. I don't know if that's enough. Is that enough to fill a bucket? Oh, looking good. Nice. Does that leave anything? All right, it's worth 1 bucket. That's convenient. I believe that should turn that into a cookie. Because technically that's the ingot form of that fluid. See, I've considered using this. Yeah, see, it turned into a cookie. So, that's nice. I've considered swapping out these, and just because you can connect a fluid cable to this and pump it right into that. Many times I've considered replacing these with that. The only problem is fluid will go straight into this. There's no way to regulate it. Like with this, it only pours 1 ingot, so I don't have to worry about overflow unless there's less than an ingot's worth in here. And as long as I always put in amber, there'll always be an exact amount of ingots. I never have to worry about excess or clogged system. But with an ingot former, it'll just keep taking fluid and fluid and fluid. So it doesn't work quite the same. So it can, one of these could get filled up while the other ones do not. Now with the giant smeltery I'm about to build, that's going to just run a ton of this stuff. That's not so much of a problem, you know, because I'm only running 1 fluid at now and forever. So there you go. 1 amber is worth 4 cookies. 4 cookies. Delicious. And who doesn't want that kind of cookie in their life? We need smeltery bricks. Let's see what we've got here. So smeltery. I don't know why I just did that. I had smeltery in there and I hit the wrong button. I'm going to need a smeltery controller. Well, look, I have one. I'm going to need a tank of lava. We're going to have to automate lava again, which is fine. I can use geothermal for lava. I just can't use it for power. So I'm going to need one of those and one of those. That's basically it. Other than that, I just need a million drains. I don't need any of these little faucets because I'm going to be using cables to pull the fluid out into the ingot former. I don't need any tables. I don't need any of that stuff. All I'm going to need, I don't even need the clocks or anything because the cables are just going to keep it coming out nonstop. So it's going to make it very easy. So other than these 2 things, I'm going to need a butt ton of faucets. Drains. So a butt ton would be 54. It turns out that I am now out of the grout. It would seem. Okay. Let's get some grout going real quick. What? That's all the grout I had room for? Grout? Smelting factory. There it is. Let's get some grout in there. Okay, so there's the grout. What am I missing from grout now? I think it's sand, right? I think I'm missing sand from grout. Yeah, I'm out of sand. I made a bunch of glass, that's why. Are you going to connect them everywhere? Let's see. I think last time I connected them everywhere. As long as... So here is the snag, if you will. The snag is how quickly it melts. I'm probably going to make each one individual. And the reason I say that is if I don't, it's always going to go to the first one first. And I don't know how quickly cookies... That cooked pretty quickly, but we're going to have to time it. And we're going to have to see. Because worst case scenario, I'm going to have to automate blazing pyrotheum to get this at an adequate speed. And I'd really like to avoid doing that if I can. We're going to have... I'm also going to have a... whatchamacallit? A... simple storage system. Oh, that's the other thing that's going to be in there. So, you know, there's that. Let's see. Bricks. Bricks. There they are. 62. All right, well, that's going to get us started anyways. And then I also need something to put on the ground because the bottom layer is going to be something else. What do I want to build the ground out of? You know, we're doing factories. Let's stick with factory blocks. Factory blocks have been pretty fun so far. We'll use some of these. Yes. That sounds like a delicious idea. Let me grab my building gadget and set it in here. Let me grab my chisel and grab it in here. I have no sound. I must be muted. Oh, there we go. Doot, doot. We'll make these our base floor. We have so many things we have to do. What else am I? Okay, that should be all of that I need. I'm going to need bonsai hoppers aplenty, which means brick, which is clay. Okay, clay. Aiken. There we go. Put that in there. Let's get some of these to get us started. Wrong one. Wow, is that really all the grout's already in the system? I did not put as much grout in as I thought I did. Ooh, smelly. I put smelly. I'm a special kind of guy. Where is the bricks? There they are. I should build out a smeltery bricks. They're not a bad looking thing. Let's see. Gonna run the key. We already did that. Hey, you're in Knoxville, huh? When do classes start for you, man? Welcome. Welcome to the South. Melt cobblestone in your smelter. I found out by like, yes, that'll work, but I don't like the way the bricks look. They're ugly. They're not attractive enough for me. To be honest, 100%, that's the reason. I just don't like the way they look. Silly, I know. I admit that is silly. But it is a determining factor for me. As Draven is also very silly. Okay. Oh, good. I got lots of factory blocks for later. I won't need them in here, but I'll need them somewhere else. All right, so my smeltery is not going to be the biggest size smeltery possible. I want to... I need workroom for the other stuff that I have to do in here. So we're not building the biggest smeltery possible. But I need to leave at least 2, because I'm going to have my all my stuff built into the wall. And it's going to go all the way around. So we got 2. And I'm going to run this. I'm a little torn on how I want to run this. Like, there's an easy way and there's a hard way. And the hard way is harder at the beginning, but makes it easier later. And the easy way makes it easier now, harder later. It's a weird combination. So I believe that I want my smeltery to start... Let's go in by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What'd I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't like even numbers, but 5 is this regular size smeltery, and I need... Well, I am going to go to the roof, so I guess that would be okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that could feasibly work. Now, obviously, some of those are going to be other components, but for now, anyways. And yes, you are correct, Terry. You can chisel them into multiple things, which that's how I've been reusing a lot of them to as needed to avoid making more than I have to, just because. Oh, you turd! I used a lot of iron early on. I'm trying to see what I could do. What I did last time, and this was way more work for me, and I'd do most of it off of camera, is that for each hopping bonsai, I gave it its own filing cabinet. Which is better in the long run, because then I don't have to pipe whatever everything drops all into a simple storage system. I just have to connect all those filing cabinets to the simple storage system, and I'm done. You know what I mean? Then it just auto pulls everything from Amber, and I don't have to worry about things getting clogged or anything like that. That's what I think I want to do. But that means making like 7 files for every filing cabinet. So the goal is to get it started, and then I'll come back and do all the rest of the files later. There's no way to cheat in the files. It just takes a long time to do it. I have problem with connecting an ME remote to ME simple storage. It doesn't work. Can you show me how you do it? I'll be honest, Jacob. I don't use ME because I hate it. And I always thought that the ME remote in Sky Factory 4 didn't work correctly. Am I wrong out there, people who use it more often than I do? If anybody could confirm that for me, it was my assumption that it did not work. But I could be wrong. I'll give it a minute to see if we hear back from any of my peoples. Let's see. I'm going to need a smeltery controller and my tank. The remote that I have. Okay, so this remote is for simple storage. It doesn't work with ME. So, to your simple storage. I'm sorry. You said to me, that was my fault. That was my fault. I got you. I can help you. Yep. Okay. So to make that work, I'm going back to my simple storage. I'm sorry. That was me. I did not read the question correctly. You did a fine job writing it. That was 100% on me. I apologize. This is my first time going back out of a compact machine. It's going to take a minute. In the meantime, I'm going to grab a York peppermint patty because they are delicious and nutritious. They're not nutritious, but they are delicious. All right. So with your remote, you have to go to your storage remote master. Shift, right click with it. That'll sync it. You have to shift, right click on your storage network master. Not your controller. A lot of people make that mistake. Your storage network master. That will give you access. Here, we'll make another one so I can actually show you me doing it. Show you me doing it. Wow, that was bad grammar. I'll make another one. Okay, I'll kind of make another one. Now I'll make another one. Alright. So here's this one. I'm right-clicking. Nothing's happening. Shift, right-click, right-click. Now I have access on this remote. So just shift, right-click on your storage network master, and you will be groovy. Cool. Let me know if that doesn't work. We'll see what we got to figure out. I'll make some more get out real quick. I should have put that down here. That down here. I'm not going to need that anymore. Get out! Get out, go. Smeltering factory is already done. Probably not going to need this much, but who knows? We might need another smeltery for something later. So that's still victory, right, in the long run. Even if I have way too many smeltery blocks. I'm okay with it. Put up. I feel like I've made my smeltery too big. And I'm not going to have the room to work like I want. I just tried to go inside my ingot former. I'm an idiot. I'm thinking about shrinking it back down to a traditional 5x5. 6x6 would be better, though. Yeah, we're going to go with the 6x6. I'm going to find a way to make it work. Okay, so, first of all, that was silly. I don't need corners. That's one reason why it looked too big. That'll help. Alright, so, we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to just fill it with these for now. Then I'm going to figure out where I'm going to put my drains. So, I'll replace the drains in a minute. I want to get a couple levels up there. Try it tomorrow. It's 1.5. Oh, hey, well, understandable. Hey, Mystic Wolf. Good day. Alright, so my smelter is technically complete. Technically, it would work at this point. So, right off the bat, I see where I failed a little bit. So, let's pull that out of here. That. Let's get rid of these. I need to have... See, if I put it... I was going to put a drain and a drain. Where did my other components go? Oh, they're there. Let's put that there. See, the automated lava... I guess I could put it somewhere else and wirelessly transmit it over here. That would probably work. So I need a drain there. Drain. That gives me one there. I can pull one on the front. I can pull one on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4 more. One on the side. Yeah, I could do a drain in every spot. I don't even need bricks on this side. The problem is whether or not I have room to put all my ingot formers in there. Why did you pick that up? My controller got some bricks in it. I had to break it real quick. Now, where'd my oh, it's up here. Oh, because I broke it. Okay. Is that okay now? It's okay now. All right. Do you have sponges for the fluid wireless? No, but I should be able to make one at this point. At this point, they shouldn't be that hard to make. I believe. I believe in a thing called love. Let's see. Yeah, I can just throw a hydrator together real quick if I get some ice. Or... I thought you could... I thought there was another way to make it. I must be thinking of another pack. Hydrator will be the be the best way. Snowballs. Oh, that's where I was thinking of snowballs. Yeah, we can make that happen if I do it. I can always pipe it in if I need to. It's not too bad of an idea, or too big, rough of an idea. Let's get ourselves some ingot formers and try hooking up a level of this and see if it's even going to work. All right, so I'm going to need you, and I'm going to need fluid cables. Those and those. I don't know if I'm going to need any actual cables right away. I'm also going to need item cables, and that I will need in spares. And then redstone torch for singeing. I call it singeing. I know a lot of people think that's weird. Ingot former. Here's going to be some work. 64 of those. 13. 4, 8, 12. That's actually pretty close to doing what I need it to do. All I need is a few more basic hoppers. I'm going to need more anyways. Now we have 16. Okay. Let me check how I want to set this up. I will. First of all, I need to put my entry point not to be inside of my smeltery. That would not be good for Draven. Let's not do that. So I feel like out and down, right, would be my best bet. See, that's where you run into problems with your life when things like that happen. I really don't need to singe that side. And then I would need item collectors. Now these don't have to be separate. These are fine. These just have to pull the items out. Yeah, I don't think I want anything pouring on the front. This gives me this area here to do the rest of my automation and stuff. I'll just pour on the sides and back. And so those would pour into a place. Whoops, that is not supposed to go there. I don't think I'm going to use the corners. I think I'm just going to do it in rows like this. Like I could do more, but I don't feel like I need to. Especially since I'm going to be going up multiple levels doing this exact same thing. You know what I mean? Could I squeeze possibly more in? Yes. The question is, do I need to? You know what I mean? If I find it's not working at the rate I want, I can always add, what, 4 more on each spot going up the corner if I need to. It's more work, right? Because then I got to get in here, and I got to singe this thing, and it never wants to singe right. Yeah, see, I got it that time, but it's irritating. So I don't know if I want to do that. We're going to go with that for now, which means that technically I don't need pour spouts on here. I guess I could maybe on the top. I'll leave them there, but I probably don't need pour spouts on the front since I'm going to have other things happening here. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Okay. And I'm probably... Ooh, Something just glitched me. Let's go get some amber and see how this works. And so I'll get a bucket of lava and we'll just test the basics here. Let me go get a chunky bucket of lava. I've already got one here started. Let me go get a chunky bucket of lava. This is a black hole tank filling up with lava. I added that a little while ago too. So while this has lava, I'm just making more and more. Because, you know, why not? I'm crazy like that. And I had some, here we go, cookie amber. I would like to see how quickly the cookie amber actually melts, so I have an idea of what my speed looks like. All right, that's deliciously full. Let's take a look at it. Okay, that goes pretty quick, and everything came out immediately. That's pretty good. That's pretty awesome. And I don't even have the upgrades in these yet. And I love how there's a spot for energy upgrades, but it doesn't take power. So you don't need power upgrades. So that's awesome. That's awesome. So, all right, so that's going to work. So I guess step number one now, or no, the next step, I should say, would be automating lava. Let's get that part done. Ba-doop. That's not hard to do. All right, so I'm going to need, I may have, do I have a spare geothermal? I have a simple geothermal. Okay, that's a start. So let's do geo, upgradable geothermal. I'm going to need, I've already got the cables I got going on. I'm going to need automatic user and a loser, so I don't need no abuser. A little bit of Green Day for you. Hope you enjoy your life. I hope you had the time of your life. Double Green Day reference. I can't be defeated. Cobblestone generator. I'm going to need some of those. Look, I have extras. It's when I made all those ones for the cobblestone production, compression pro thing. Okay, so I've got cobblestone. User goes on top of that, goes on top of that. I'll need a torch. Torch. I'm going to need energy cable. Do I need energy cable? No, I don't, because I'm not running energy to anything. I'm just going to need a fluid cable, which I've already got. I'll need a cobblestone I'll have inside. It should produce lava fast enough that I'll need some upgrades. That's what I'll need, modifiers. Modifier! Modifier! 64, 64, 64, 64. Ran out of some stuff. Okay, then that's how many we're going to have. It's probably enough. I don't need this for power purposes. It's just lava production. In fact, we'll save 15 of those for later. All right, let's go get that put together. All right. So, oh, cauldron. I forgot a cauldron. I'm a goober. I forgot the cauldron. Oh, sweet. Got one. Not bad. Squirrel! Good job. Keep up the good work, squirrel. I knew I can always count on squirrel. I feel like I want this to be here, with this to go there, and there. Yes, that would work. Then I'm going to need my cobblestone generator. Then I'm going to need my automatic user. Oops. I made upgradable geothermal. I'll need to get a sound muffler. Didn't bring one with me. My bad. And then go. Is that not working? Why are you not letting me put cobblestone? Oh, torch. I'm an idiot. Torch. We'll know when it kicks in. There it is. You can always tell. Once this fills up, that's going to slow down. So just, you know, give it a minute. Okay, I'm going to let that do its thing while we step outside. Why is the squirrel not dying? I'm not sure what you're asking there, Terry. What would be killing the squirrel? The squirrel is my friend. I love him and he loves me. Alright, so there's that. And then I'm going to run all the cookies into... I feel like I should run all of the cookies into a black hole unit, and then run that black hole unit into our table, which we haven't even started to build that yet. So I think, I don't know, maybe it doesn't kill passives. I honestly don't know. So let's see, what do I need? Hold on a second. Itchy back. I kid you not, one of the best investments you can ever make as a human being is like a $1 specifically bamboo back scratcher. These little things, you can find them at tourist traps and stuff. Anytime I find one, I buy 5. And I give them as gifts. I've had that one for like 20 years. Kid you not. These things are sturdy as hell. Okay, so let's look at singularities, right? So I'm making cookie singularities. That's this guy right here. So for that, I need a quantum compressor. I will also need an ultimate catalyst. These are 2 things that I will need. Now, that'll need power, which isn't a problem because I have flux. What am I thinking? Okay, so that'll be easy. So let's make the stuff. So first of all, I'll need to make this. As you can see, I have none of it. I have not made black iron yet. Can I make black iron? Oh, look at me with all the excess black iron. Didn't even know I could. All right, so can I make that? Okay, got the middle thing. I need these. I'm missing the top things, okay? Black, okay, I'll stack of those. I used all my black iron I just made. I'm an idiot. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Good Lord! Clicking on all the wrong things here. Black iron ingot, please, stop. Whoops, that was all of my black. That's okay. Oh, you know what happened there? I know what happened there. It grabbed my squiddy inks instead of my coal. Flint coal. There we go. I'm making all these iron nugs. That's fine. I need those for other things as well. Okay, so now I need to make luminescence. What did I just run out of? Why? Redstone. Why must you be always the bane of my existence? Okay, so redstone probably is going to be the first thing I auto-craft. Because redstone is just irritating. Luminescence. There we go. There's a stack of that. I need 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. There's my ultimate catalyst. That's done. Okay. Now I need to build the actual thing. What in the actual thing are we talking about? So I need these things. So let's make one of these. Done. Let's make 4, 8, 9 of these. And then I need 2 of these. And there's my whatever it was. And that was an achievement, for the record. I just saw that pop up. Achievement! This baby can fit so much matter. It's very true. Alright, cool. 2 achievements today. Achievement! Oh god, I forgot about my moon juice. Well, I forgot all about moon juice. I'll have to worry about that later. Okay, so this is how we do it. This is how we're going to run the stuff in. I believe the quantum compressor has to be loaded from the top, which is fine. I can make that happen. I need a black hole tank. No, not a black hole tank. I always think tank, but it's not tank. Black hole unit. Sweet. Wait. Make sure it doesn't have anything in it. You got anything in it? No. Cool. You're my jam. Alright, I got item cables. Yes. Okay. So, I need to... Best way to do this. We're building all the secondary part before we even start filling it up. You know what I mean? Okay. So, first of all, I need to connect item extraction cables to these things. I haven't done that yet. So, let's do that. Crank those up. I don't know how I did that. How is that one cranked up already? Oh, it's because I missed the first one. That makes way more sense now. So this needs to go here, because I'm probably going to run all the other ones straight down to this, is my thought. All right? This is where all of them will connect to. Bunny, why? I guess they are immune. I guess they are immune. Here, we'll throw some stuff in there and see if they stay immune. Looks like passive animals are immune there. That's pretty cool. And then we're going to take our black hole unit there. We'll take our cookies. Then we can go here. And I'm going to need my quantum. Actually, I may have gone up one too high. I did go up one too high. No, that's not going to work. I'm going to face it this way. Yes. And then we'll take our flux. There we go. That's powered up. Put that guy in there. And then cookies will get connected there. And then these will start to feed in. We're already at 129 cookies. Good day, Polar. Yeah, what's your question, boss? Hey, Quinn. I think you're saying hi to me, unless you're saying hi to Polar. But either way. Alright, so that's in there. That's going. Cookies are 130, 164. That is growing. So all of that is set. So I just need to basically go up 2 and do it again. Up 2, do it again. Up 2, do it again. And then once that's built, then it's a matter of adding all the rest of my stuff, which is going to be cramped on this side. I could do it. It's just I didn't plan that out as well as I would like. But that's okay. I can still make that work because everything can be in one single level. So I'm not worried about that. I don't think I am. Let me check. No, I am not. I'm good with that. Okay. So all of that is groovy. So that part is set up. Now it's just a matter of building the smeltery up higher. And I don't think I am going to use the front. I think I'm just going to use 4 on each level. And then this. Oh, wait. No. Let's be honest. Okay, because I'm going to need to go up 2. If I go up 2, I'm going to have to singe all of these. So I can put another one right on top of it. That's doable. I can singe these. That way I'm getting the most bang for my buck. Okay. So then we do a row of brick, then a row of drains. Row of brick, row of drains. Except this will always be a row of brick, which is always adjustable later. Okay. Then row of brick. Whoops. Would you consider yourself an artist? Whatever you do, would you consider professional? Honestly, no. Like, my problem with art nowadays, it's too vague. Everything could be considered. I did that wrong again. Damn it. Sorry, that was my fault. I was chatting. Anything can be classified as art if you want it to be. You know what I mean? Technically, this is closer to the arts than a lot of other stuff. Like this could probably get arts funding if I was, big enough. Do I consider it art? Not really. Not to take away from the people that do. I think it's fun. not knocking it in any way, but is this art? No. I mean, all right, let me split it into halves. Me on stream entertaining, yes. What I'm doing is art in that regard. The video production side of things, what I do, no. People who are actually making scripted content and stuff, I would call that art. You know, if you're making an actual movie or a story and you got actors and you're putting that together, even if you're using video games, making machinima or something of that nature, then I would call that art. Am I at the front again? I am. But what I'm doing, I consider that more educational tools. And you start calling that art, then you make everything art. I think to me the question is, what would you be considered a professional in the field? I'm a content creator, is what I do. Would I be a professional in the field? I have to say you're asking subjective questions. Which isn't a bad thing, but I say that in this way. Does it matter what I consider myself? Would I consider myself a celebrity? I have a following. I have people that enjoy my content and regularly, not only regularly come by to spend time and enjoy my content, but many of you actually help fund my content by joining my membership, subscribers on Twitch, donating, buying my merch. Would I consider myself a celebrity? No. But when it comes to being a celebrity, no, I don't consider that. Would I call myself a professional? No, because this is not my profession. This is a hobby. If this is what I did for a living, and this is how I supported my family, if this was my profession, then I would be a professional. Which in my mind is always what a professional is. Someone who has mastered something to the point that they can make a living doing it. A professional is somebody who is professional at something. And in my mind, to be professional at something, you have to be able to survive your by doing that. That's my qualification. When should you consider yourself a professional? When you can, so that would be the question I just answered. When you can support you and or your family doing just that. You can be an artist, but you're a professional artist when you start selling enough of your art to live on it. So that would be my classification if I was to bring it down to that level. Hope that helps. I don't know what that means. But once I am a professional at something, then I can make it my profession. I wouldn't say getting paid to do what you're doing. I can go, my neighbor can give me $20 to cut his grass. I'm not a professional lawn guy. You know what I mean? You can get paid to do a lot of stuff. Doesn't mean you're good enough at that to make a living doing it. And for something like this that we're doing right here, whether I'm a professional enough is when enough people find my content good enough that they fund me to the point that I can do this for a living. I don't mean by you giving me your money, but if enough people are watching my streams, joining my programs, or things of that nature, watching my videos, that enough people think what I'm doing is good enough that I'm able to make enough money on it to live on it, I'm a professional. When it becomes your profession. Hey, Darren, I sometimes create a spirit. What should I do with the spirit of anything? Oh, the little blue square? I don't think it has a use. I've never found a use for it. I honestly don't know what it does. I just let him go. To be honest with you. I just let him chill. I have yet to find a purpose for him. Okay, so I need, let's see, one more set of drains, right? That's going to be here. And then I'm going to have bricks and drains. So I need 24 drains, of which I have, and I have enough bricks to do the rest. So I need 20 more drains to complete this. Then we'll worry about a million ingot formers. What are you making? What I'm making is a system to create millions and millions of cookies and automate those cookies into making cookie singularities, because you need to make to fill a cookie jar with 8 stacks of 64 cookie singularities. It takes a while. It's a long process. So the more you can automate it, the better off you are. Alright, we made a bunch of grouts. Oops. So hopefully we should have more than enough what we need here. Oh yeah, we got more than enough. Alright, so there's the 20 I need. I'm going to need so many ingot formers. So many. What am I missing from ingot formers? Oh, these things. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. That works. That is feasibly a stack of 64 if I have enough of these. I think I have enough of those. Let's see how many we can make. Bark. 49. That's a good amount. I'm actually going to run out of cables before I run out of those. Let's get some cables going. I'm going to need some of these. Just follow my nose. Item cables. We'll make a bunch of these. I already made a bunch of nuggets earlier by accident, so I should be good there. 6. Okay, yeah, lots of those. And I actually didn't need that. I guess I would need those too. You. Oh, wow. That's a lot. Okay, cool. Did that answer your question, Terry? I hope I'll answer your question. Cookies. Was that a quest or a challenge? It's an achievement. So there's an achievement here to fill a cookie jar with cookies and right-click it, and fill a cookie jar with cookie singularities and right-click it. The cookie one is easy. I'll have that done super fast. I can do that pretty quickly. But the cookie jar, I got to make one of those. Then we have this. So this is the big one. So today what we're working on this weekend is setting up a lot of the long-term stuff, the things that I have to build and then let run for a while. You know what I mean? So that's what we are currently working on. All right, so there's those. Let's go ahead and do that. Why did I do that? That was so stupid. Okay, go back up top. All right, so this one gets brick, 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 brick. Drain, 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 drain. Drain, 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 drain. This level's all brick. Brick, 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 brick. Oh, and this goes here. We're going to do item cables last. Okay. Good sauce. So let's start placing these things. Oh, I can't just keep placing these things. Crap. Because I got to singe the cables on top of them. So we're going to have to work on those too. Okay. Let's get what we can. One. Where's my redstone torch? Where's my redstone torch? There it is. Like I said, some of this stuff is time consuming to get set up, but it is so worth it when then I can just let it go and not worry about it till I have the achievement. You know what I mean? Well, I don't know if it was ever intended to be this way design-wise, but I should have singed the top. But I'm going to go around and singe the top on all of them when I'm done. I'm singeing the side by accident. I'm not meaning to. Burp, 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 burp. It's so nice that these do not take power. If these took power, this build would have to look different. I'd have to have a whole section for power on top, which means I can only do it every 3 levels instead of 2. Need to pump from the drain to the ingot former. Oh, did I put them on backwards? Oh, I didn't realize I put them on backwards. Thank you, Terry. Okay. Thank you. I didn't realize I put them on backwards. Thank you. I'll fix that. I didn't need to do the top of that one. Did I put some... Oh, God. Well, I'm an idiot. Clean those up. Yeah, I did on all of those, didn't I? Okay. Didn't realize I did it backwards. I appreciate you catching that early. I was chatting away about other stuff and just not paying attention. That's on me. That's on me. I'm just having fun chatting with everybody. Sometimes I'm not paying all the attentions I should on some of the other stuff. You know what I mean? Luckily, this doesn't take that long, so I'm okay. Do those. Oops. Top, 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 top. Top, 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 top. I already got the top of those ones done. So that's you. There we go. Caught up now. Okay. I'm glad that with fluid pipes, I don't have to like change this. It's already set to max. I wish item and power ones were also set to max. That's always been a pet peeve. Why are they not? Why are they defaulting to a middle area, or for the case of item cables, 1? I think that people are more likely going to want to move a whole stack more often than they're going to want to move just one. It would make more sense to default to be on all the way, and you can turn it down if you don't need it. You know what I mean? That's just me. If I created a pack and used cyclic cables, that would be my recommendation. But I can't remember you still have to do that on the modern ones. I forget. I think you do. Alright, so this is coming along. Everything's coming up, Draven. Slowly but surely. Draven, I didn't know your name was Shirley. I don't appreciate your humor. Let's move these over here. Well, we're getting there. This isn't actually taking that long. Well, like I said, this is going to be most of what today was cooking up cookies, which is kind of what I figured would happen. So that's okay, though. That's okay. And since I was able to connect the lava directly to the system at the bottom, I don't need a wireless fluid transport after all. So I don't have to worry about sponges or any of that today. That's why I wanted to see if I could squeeze it in there so I didn't have to waste time making sponges. Like, if we could do it, it would just take us a little while to put it together. I don't know why they got to use sponges. The weirdest choice there. Okay. 2 more to go. Man, I'm not going to have enough ingot formers. I'm going to be short by 7. I think, is my math. Don't hold me to that. I'm not very smart, but I think it's 7. Boy, I hope my actual smelting can keep up with this. Or a lot of these are just going to sit here idle, but I mean, I'd rather have that than there not be enough and it get filled up. You know what I mean? Knowing I could be producing more cookies if my machines could run faster. Oh my god, don't let me forget when I'm done here, I have to make 1,000,000 stacks of speed upgrades. Hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to have 6 rows of 12. Somebody figure out how many stacks... Why did I do that? How many stacks of speed upgrades that is. 6 times 12. You guys know I'm not that smart. I can't figure that out myself. My wisdom is not high. Wait, I guess that'd be more intelligence. Intelligence was my dump stat. Okay? It's my dump stat. We got 72 stacks. Thank you, Terry. Appreciate that. Oh! By the way, real quick, I was going to tell you guys, there's a game that I saw a trailer for. Give me a second, I'm going to tell you what it is. It's by the people that make PUBG, I believe, but it's an open world crafting survival, and it's an open beta right now for free. And I thought some people out there like open crafting games might be interested, but I don't think there's anything trying to kill you. I think it's just survival, but the kicker part is, every time you log out of the game and log back in, it's a completely different computer-generated world. So you start over every time you log in, but in a completely different world. It's an interesting concept. I don't know how it's going to work. Give me 1 second. I'm going to tell you what it's called. It's called Go Way Back. Way Back, it looks like one word. Found it on Steam. It's an open beta. You can also wishlist it. But I found it it looks pretty. And PUBG, it doesn't look competitive, and I think you can play multiplayer for those of you guys who like that kind of thing. Alright, so I need 4, 3, I need 7 more ingot formers. 7 more ingot formers. But now, I thought you guys might, some of you guys might be interested in checking it out. They are not a sponsor. They've not paid me. Just happened to pop up on my TikTok feed. Which I thought was kind of cool. So, what am I missing? Middle thesis. Okay. I'm sure I'll need more machine cases later. Anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. I ran out of ferroboron. Of all the things to run out of. That's not something I can just easily throw back together. Damn it, anyways. Steel and boron. Steel and boron. I mean, I can put it together, but you know what I'm saying. Steel. I don't even know if I have one of these set up, to be honest with you. Let's see. Steel and boron. What was that machine again? Alloy furnace. Or an ingot former. Alloy furnace. Crusher, combiner, I don't have one set up over here. Okay. I know I have one. Yep. I just never set it up because I didn't know if I'd be using it again. But I guess I am. Alright. Alloy furnace. Upgrades. Do I have any ready to go? Speed and power. Yes, I do. Oh, I hate when that happens. Speed and power. Okay. I've already got these set, so when I throw them in, they'll auto pull ins to the system. So, all about convenience here at Draven's house. The last ingot former. Dun, dun, dun. Yay. Oh, I don't need any more of those, so we're good in that regard. Let's go get this put in here. Then we'll do our item cables. Then it's just a matter of starting to build the system to feed everything in. Cool. And the gang. Alright. 4, 2, 3. Okay. Let's get these last ones set up. Hey, I don't have to do the tops of these ones. Yay. Man, I remember the day we learned that this redstone torch trick worked, man. That was like my 3rd playthrough. Boy, did it change the world for me. Oh, man. I hate that. Oh, that'll work. Alright. So there we go. So we have that. Now I need item cables. Item cables, fortunately, I don't have to singe, but I gotta crank every single one of them up. That's almost worse. It takes longer than the singeing. I'm just going to put the extraction cables on, then I'll go back and connect the corners. I am going to do one level at a time to make sure I don't miss any. Okay. Nah. Don't do silly things, Draven. Nobody likes that. So anybody got any cool plans this weekend? I already told you guys a little bit about mine. What are you guys doing? Anybody got anything cool going on? Going out and doing stuff? We might go to the local arboretum tomorrow or Sunday. Go on a walk. I haven't done that in a long time. I'm not a big fan of, what's the word? Walking. But Draven, we're shocked to hear this from your naturally athletic figure. Makes sense. But I just realized something that makes me angry. Damn it. Okay. I just realized I have to do more work here than I thought I did. But that's okay. I can make it happen. Did not mean to pick that up. That was an accident. Whoops. Sometimes I have to go play golf with him. Golf? I have never played the golf. Only the mini. I have no desire to play golf. Golf does not look fun in any way. Like, it's... Golf is up there with tennis. Yeah, tennis. For, like, not looking fun at all, I would say. But, I mean, if it's your jam, you should do it. Not knocking people who do. I'm just saying for me personally. I've never, ever had the desire to go golfing. And while I'd like to say you couldn't pay me to golf, there's not much I wouldn't do for money. So, yeah, that's not true. Do I consider myself a professional? Was the question asked earlier. No. Do I consider myself a whore? Yeah. 100%. Not a lot I won't do for money. Love-hate relation with your Flux network. Oh, okay. Well, you know. It could be worse. You could have a love triangle. That's uncomfortable in Minecraft or any situation, but especially video games. Care about playing, spending time. Oh, no, that part's always cool, yeah. Not knocking that. Golf just as a thing. Golf, tennis. Now, you know what I think is fun? Bowling. I can get behind some bowling. That's a fun thing to do to spend time with people. Not saying you should go. I'm just saying, me, if I had a choice, somebody came into town, they're like, what do you want to do for fun? And we weren't going to play video games or something. Bowling. If I had to go out and do something, that's usually the activity I'm going to pick. But I've been bowling my whole life. Growing up in the old country, the motherland, the frozen tundra of the north, Canada, it was important to my mom that we all have some kind of sport going on. So in the winter, we played hockey. Again, we're Canadian. But then in the summer, probably didn't need to do it on this side, but that's fine. Well, better safe than sorry. Let me go ahead and get these connected. Oh, I did not have enough cables. And so we had bowling in the summer. There's a couple of years when my mom got us into soccer in the summer. But I hated soccer. Again, too much running around. Who wants to do that? Who chooses to run on purpose? That doesn't make any sense. If I'm running, it's because something's chasing me or I'm chasing something. And whatever's chasing me is going to kill me. Whatever I'm chasing is probably going to get me slapped. But, you know, I'm just saying. Yeah, I was in a bowling league as a kid and had a blast doing it. Always enjoyed bowling. Had my own ball, although I haven't dug it out of the closet in years. Bowling leagues, excellent. Bowling is fun. I need more cables. I need many more cables. I don't know if I have the stuff for cables, but we're hoping we do. I did cook a bunch of bricks, so I guess I will have the stuff for cables. I'm done with fluid cables. I don't need those at all. Cables, item cables, all the item cables. Oh, wow. I made 64 without even having to make anything. That's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of the idea. Like, you don't have to be faster than the bear. You just have to be faster than your friends. That I respect. Let's just say faster than the people you're with, because, you know, if you're going to sacrifice them to the bear, you really can't call them friends anymore. You know what I mean? But, you know, up until that point. Whew! Look at all this hard work I'm doing for you guys. Hope you appreciate me. This is a long project, man. We haven't even got to the other part. The other part where we get the saplings going, I'm just going to set up the first few, and I'll try to do the rest off camera. If not, we'll probably have to finish them tomorrow. I mean, we're definitely not going to get a ton of filing cabinets with folders done today. It's just not going to happen. Although I have an idea that might help speed that up a little bit. We'll have to see. If you're wondering why I'm singeing the outside of this, it's because I'm going to have filing cabinets and other cables on this wall, and I don't want these to connect to the cabinets and start messing with stuff. I don't need that drama in my life. Because these are going to be pulling out cookies. Every filing cabinet is going to have a cookie file in it. Now, will these actually feed into it? I'll be honest with you. Never tried. Get out of the way, stupid wisp! But, better safe than sorry. Take an extra minute or two to singe it. It's not like it's costing me any resources. And it's a few seconds of my time. Last set! Then I just have to connect these to the bottom. And then we're ready to move on to the next phase of our operation. Which still isn't getting the cookie saplings in here. Next is the simple storage system. No! Don't do that. No! Yeah, I did so well. I got to this last section. Now I'm messing them all up. Looks like I got everyone there. Squirrel, what are you doing down there? Don't mess with my tubes. Or my nuts, technically. I don't need that either in my life. Ah! I snagged the cable. Boy, I did not like that. Okay. Cool. So now, it's just that. So that's the top one. That's the top one. Okay. So that's set. So all of that is good to go at this point. Other than I have to connect this to the outside world. Which is that. Which, I don't know if I want to do that. Ugh. I don't think I need to. I'm just going to put a chest in here. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm only working towards getting 8 stacks of singularities. That'll all fit in a chest. You know what I mean? So that should be fine. Alright, so that part's done. Groovy. So now I need a simple storage system. I'm probably not going to be able to put saplings on the ground. I'm going to have to use this corner for my simple storage system. Yeah, probably. Okay. We're going to work on that next. I'm going to need these cables still. I'm not done with those. So let's work on simple storage. So I need auto crafters and all sorts of business in here. Simply storage. Oh, crap. You know what I forgot to make? All those speed upgrades. I got to go do that, too. Crap. Okay. How many did you guys say I needed? 72 stacks of speed upgrades. Boy, I do not have the room for that. Even in my inventory. I don't even think I have the iron for that. I got 1 stack already ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9, 30, 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 44. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 66. 78, 9, 70, 71, 72. I ran out of iron. I was so close. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. All right, well, the good news is I can let this, well, we can go start working on the other sections, like getting the other stuff put together. So I still have to make a bunch of iron nuggets to make these too. So what we'll do is we'll get some iron amber going. And by the time we're done working on the other stuff, a chunk of this amber will be done. Even if I don't get them all in, I can always work on that off camera as well. But we'll get some iron going at least. So, ooh, a little bit of lag. Clicking too many times too quickly. If I can get the first couple of cabinets with hopping bonsais and stuff going, that will be great. Hello, Couch Potato. I respect that name very much, as it is a name close to my heart. I've been dedicating almost an hour a day to just kind of lay on my couch and either read, play on my phone, just to, I'm trying to clock time away from my computer. After I get off work, I'm making a point of stepping away for several hours at a time. It's been very nice to just unplug. It's not something I've done much in my life, and I've enjoyed it. Get out there and just do other stuffs. All right. So, oh, I only needed iron for that. Okay. Well, then I guess I might be able to make more than I thought. 3, 6. Stupid redstone. Okay, we're gonna automate redstone. I gotta go do it. But I can't automate it yet. If we have time at the end of the day, I'm gonna automate. But we'll start down here on the bottom and go around. You get a stack. You get a stack. Alright, now this is not a full stack. I'm not going to use it. That way it's easier for me to keep track of what I'm doing. Alright, so compact machines. So I need to make sure I've got some room to work on all sides. Because I'm going to have a couple different exports coming out of this. Okay, so I'm going to need... Let's get our first sapling up and going so I can connect it. So that way I can get my auto crafting and stuff done as well. Okay, that'll work. That'll play! Alright, so I'm going to need... there they are, hopping bonsais. We may do a couple. Filing cabinet. File. I'll need a stack of files. Blurp. Bring 2. I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because that's how many of these I've got. Mulch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to need more mulch. I'll have to go back and make more mulch. Luckily, HTTP is still going. Oh yeah, we're up to almost, we're over 11,000 now. So that, I'll make some of that off camera and put that together. I'll put those away for now. So those, that and the mulch. Oh, cookie saplings. That would be helpful, wouldn't it? I'm going to need cookie saplings to get started. So here's my, oh, and then cables. I need so many cables. I need all of those, some of those. How many I got? 7? That's the perfect amount. I will need some export cables. I don't have any export cables. I did have some export cables. I'm a liar. Ignore me. And then I'll need a crafting station. I have 14. I don't know why I have 14, but I do. Now I'm sure I'm missing something here. Oh, I know what I needed. Needed a chest. There's a chest. Do I have any tunnels left? I do! Convenience! Ba-da-ba-da. Cool. So that's going to go here. And then item extraction cable there. Actually, I don't even need that. I don't need a tunnel. I'm not feeding it out. We already talked about that. I'm being an idiot. Okay. So, filing cabinets. That's a thing in my life. All right. So let's figure out how many I want to put in here. So we're going to take it to the top. I need room for 2 for the sapling to grow. So there's my first 7. I remember what it is I forgot. I'm an idiot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I brought... This is just temporary. Now, I was actually going to set it in here, so I've got some spare storage temporarily. And then that can go in there. I got to bring one of everything that I need for a folder. Because I'm a goober like that. But I might be able to do it outside. Let's go test something. I wanted to test all the things. How many files do I have there? 6? I need more than that. Well, I keep putting the E on there, and it makes me mad about myself. Alright, so let's do this. So let's say that I wanted... Start with cookie. Cookie. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that come out of here. Okay, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't need that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is the cookie stuff. 7. Nope, see, that's what I was afraid of. We put all 7 cookies in there. That's not what I wanted. Okay, so I can't just do it that quickly. What was it I did with that? It was cookies? Was it cookies? It was cookies. That is frustrating. Are they stackable? They're not. I knew that was going to be a problem. Oh, logs and sticks. Good point. I guess I can just go to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Alright, well, since I can't do it the way I was hoping to, we'll just do it inside. Can't mass make 7 of them. Okay. Where did I put my crafty stuff? Here it is. Okay. So, I got so much stuff here that I'm not going to use for a minute, so let's put some of this away. Some extra files can go in there. Oh, I guess I should have done that. Okay, so I've got cookie. Okay, we're going to do all of them at once. This is the this is the time-consuming part here. How many I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make room for. Will you stop dropping 2 cookies, Draven? You're a goober, sir. You are a goober. 6, 7. I'm going to do this like 50, 60 times here. I was all bummed out. I was going to start using my wireless headset for work. And I hadn't used my wireless headset probably a year or two, to be honest with you. My last job wouldn't let me use it. My new job's like, sure, do what makes you happy, Draven. I'm like, man, you guys are so awesome. And I took it out, and it fell apart. I don't know why, but I literally just took it out of the drawer I had it in, and it just fell apart unfixable. $200 headset. I do not have the money to replace that. I still have the money to replace my keyboard that's busted, so Draven does not have monies. So that's okay. I'll just keep using the wired one for now. The wired one they gave me is not bad. It's pretty good comparatively to what my last job. Oh my god. The equipment they gave me to work with was just trash. Like some of the cheapest ever. My company does not scrimp. They gave me this giant, you can't really see it. They gave me this giant freaking monitor. Bigger than the monitor. That's about the same size almost as the monitor that I use. Not as wide, but as tall. With this giant high quality webcam round thing in the top. And the laptop's good, but it's a little small. So today I got an old monitor of mine that I was using and connected it so I don't have to open the laptop anymore. Because the laptop in front of me, I didn't have room to use a keyboard in front of the laptop just by the size of my desk. And the keyboard on the laptop was too small. So I got it hooked up. So now I can, and I've got the laptop set up so I can keep it closed all the time. And I can just use the keyboard and the dual monitors, which is going to make me way happier. Very nice on the Ender library. Oh, nice. Excellent. You got a chance to see that. Cool deal. But also I saw Sky Factory or any mods close to it. Hey, there you go. Well, yeah, you're right. Sky Factory's the bomb. I hadn't played it in a little over a year and a half, I want to say. I try to play it every year or so, just because A, it's what people know me for, and B, it's my favorite one. And every time we play it, we find something new we didn't know before. So far this time, it's been Ender Library. And just a few limitations caused by Twilight Forest, but that's okay. Okay. Almost done. And again, by the time you guys come back, there's going to be so many more of these. So many more. Well, I mean, I'm hoping anyways. That's my plan if I have time tomorrow. If not, then we'll just have what we're doing and I'll work on it as I can throughout the week. But I'm not going to work on this all day tomorrow as well. If I can't do it off camera, then we'll just let it run with... let it run with what it's got in the meantime till the week starts, and then I'll find time to fix it. Okay, whoops. Oh, let's go grab ourselves some saplings. get this process started. They can start building stuff up while we connect everything. Oh yeah, they're not connected yet. That would make sense. So I need some of those and a bunch of these. Okay. How do I want to connect this? Access! There we go. Alright, so now we have access to the simple storage system, which is cool. That is the basics. Now we're going to work on... I didn't bring another chest, did I? I did not. I need 2 chests of... Do I want 2 chests of adequate size? Yes. 2 chests of adequate size. Let's go make those. Alright. We're done with these for now. I'll need more later, but that's okay for now. Let's grab some iron. Look at that. We're already up to 1,000. How good is that? Iron. I'm going to need some chests. I spelled chests wrong, so clearly I don't know how to spell chests. There's some chests. I'm going to need some fences. That's twilight oak. I need regular oak. And clay blocks. Probably don't even need 2 of some of those, but you know, it's fine. Doing 220, max. You. There's my 2 chests of adequate size. Oh, I always like to dump the excess in there. Use that later. Alright, so there's that. So, what else do I need? Was that a chest? Yes, I'll need that. Oh, I know what I need here. Upgrades. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, and 1. Either way, I gotta make more, so it doesn't matter. 1, 2. Okay, so there's those. Ooh, outbound. Yes. Oh, you know what else I need? Amber. Cookie. Where did cookie amber go? Cookie. There it is, cookie amber. Oh, we'll make a few. Need a file for the cookie. I already have a file for the cookie. What am I thinking? Each one of these already has a file for a cookie. Draven, you idiot. I forgot. Oh no, they don't have cookie amber. They have cookies. That's right. Never mind. Draven's not an idiot. Draven's a genius. Everything I did is great. Yeet. There we go. So that'll help with the auto processing. So that's in there. Okay. Squirrel, I love you, but you're in the way. Come here. Go in this corner and play with some nuts. All right. So right off the bat, I need to run a chest here. And I need an export cable. Delicious. 1, 3. And numbers don't matter in here because I'm not going to have any input cables. It's just going to be export, so that's fine. We'll make it a 1 just so it doesn't confuse anything. And then for this, I'm going to be pulling out cookie amber. There it is. And then I'm going to need item extraction cable. Did I just connect a cable to a wisp? That's insanity, I tell you. Alright. And now, cookies should feed automatically into that. They're already gone. They're already in one of these things. Okay, cool. So that part's done. That's number 1. Now, I'm going to need to run... Crap, I didn't bring any... I left all the gray cables out there. That's actually a bit frustrating. I need to go back out for cables. And probably going to need some more item cables. Item cables. There's those. I'm going to need these gray guys. Okay. Let's do this here. And then I'm going to pull this out. Import cable. Oh, export cable. I need the other. Export cable. I wonder if that's going to connect. It will. I don't want that. Okay. Export cable. And you're also going to be a chest. I totally whiffed that. Ah, that was funny. Oh, I did it twice. Now I'm just stupid. The first time was amusing. Okay, fine then. I'll do it that way. Now they're not consistent. That's infuriating. Give me that chest. Ah, I'm a dumbass. All right, let's go. All right, so what this is going to pull out is the cookies. Because I don't need to run the cookies through the system, right? No need for that. The cookies get a shortcut. And those are going to go... crap. Did I need my redstone torch in here? I did, thank goodness. It's going to seem odd, but there's a method to my madness. I don't want them feeding directly into that, because again, I don't want to cause clogs. So let's do that. So now all those cookies will feed into here, which will then feed into here. So that's free cookies when you think about it, right? That's cookies I don't even have to use as part of the smeltery. All the extra cookies, the saplings I produce, will also be contributing to our madness. So now that we have that, our next step... stuck. Yeah, I don't... Where's my inn? I think my inn was right here, wasn't it? This is where I come in? Yes. Okay. Now the next step is we have to auto-craft amber. And then we're going to determine if that's the right idea or not. Okay, so let's auto-craft amber. Let's go find the stuff we need to do that. Probably going to have to run over a few minutes today. Let's see. Auto-crafting. So I'm going to need an auto-crafter. I may have to run 5 or 10 minutes over today. Auto-crafter. Let's grab ourselves a processing cable. All the stuff I need to make the ambers inside there. So, yes, I won't need cookies, so I'm good there. Let's go cookie, amber. Let's just save that over there for now. I don't need that. I don't need ingot former. So there's a processing cable. This, I'm going to need a flux for power. I'm going to need a lever. Yeah, I think that's everything. Okay. Let's get inside. And where do I need to make this as part of my system? And how do I want to run that? How do I want to run that? I guess what I'll do is run that right there. That's where that's going to have to go. Okay. So you're here. Always on. Lever. Let's use up as minimal amount of space as we can. We'll put the power on the side. Main power. So that's good. Cookie amber is 5 resin, 4 acorn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Build that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I got that right. And then I need to do that again. Let's do this. First of all, I'm going to need one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Processing cable. Bork. 5 of those and 4 of those equals 1 of those. That is accurate. Flip. Add my nuts. Boop. There we go. And this disconnected. Okay. Something I did there messed up. I don't know what that. Where'd my. Go. Not sure what happened to processing. Oh, probably because I broke the chest. That's probably why. That's fine. I can fix that. And then this was pulling out cookie amber. Yes. My amber 3, 1. Throw that in there. Throw all these in. And there we go. So that part is all done. So my cookies are going to feed into here. The smelter is set up, ready to go, except for the speed upgrades. We actually got it done in time. That's pretty much all I have to do is fill the speed upgrades in the ingot formers and then add more of these. And that's it. And that will go towards building up our cookies, which are already the 5th of the way to our first one. That's pretty cool. Like, you see how fast it goes when it's got the jam going there. And let's see, let's take a look in here. Yeah, it's draining it. Even with out the speeds, it's not doing a horrible job. These ones up here aren't even getting anything. So, again, some of those may be redundant. And it's not even that this isn't keeping up with it. I mean, obviously I'm going to run out of amber here soon. Like right about here. Until I get more of these things running. But the process is sound. I don't have to mess with any of this. That's going to be cookies. Everything is delicious. Nutsack, that's your name. You need to keep an eye on this place for me while I'm not here. So that's it. That's all that is basically set up to go. I just have to advance it a little. That gives us 2 minutes left in the stream here. Actually, we're right at time, but we are going to do one last thing. Clean this stuff out of here for now. We have to make the cookie jar. And I need to fill it with cookies to get the first achievement. We need 2 cookies jars. We'll put one here. We're going to do the first achievement, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What? Wait. Wait a minute! Ghost cookies! Stop that. Right-click it. There we go. Who stole the cookies from the cookie jar? It's glitching here in the Twilight Forest. But Twilight Forest messes with a lot of stuff. Oh, I almost had it broken and my finger slipped off the mouse. Boo. So we got a few achievements today. We got 3 of them, to be honest with you. And that's pretty cool. Just on a whim, let's add the cookie jar. See if it holds its cookies now. Nope, it's still being silly. I put it up here next to our milk. But I believe that's Twilight Forest. It's the same reason I'm having problems with my clipboard that I've never had before. So, cookies I'm going to mark off as done. Because it's done other than me making it faster. I could leave it like it is right now, and eventually I'll have the stuff I need for the achievement. It's just going to take way longer. You know what I mean? So that was a big one. That was a big one. That's pretty awesome. Everything is coming up, Draven. You're very correct with that. I appreciate that, Anubis. And we'll call this Cookie Singularities. Which I'm going to hope I spelled correctly. These are our achievement blocks over here. All these are earning us achievements. So, but if you can't see the filing cabinets on the outer wall though, but that's okay. All right, so there we go. That's not too shabby. I don't even need this laser drill anymore, but that's okay. We'll let it run for now. Let's check our power real quick. Pretty good. Now I did one thing I haven't looked at in a while. Like I know this is staying full. But I'd love to see how many actually TBU units we have. So that exits out of here. So we're up to 3,000. So we're 3,000 ahead, plus what's in these cables. 3,000 ahead of what the system is using at this point. And that number just continues to grow. And I've used over 3,000 depleted ones, so. Use a plate. Nah, I'll leave it in there. I mean, it kind of looks cool. That way, you know. You see what it's for, you know what I mean? I normally don't deconstruct these things after I build them. That way, if down the road I do a walkthrough, and give a tour of what we did, A, I'll remember what that was for, but B, I can show how I did it. So I normally try not to take down automations that get achievements if I can. If I can help it. Like, I'll take down a, fission reactor for a better one. Oh, no! I'm out of moon juice stones. Oh, crap. Hang on a second. We got a brief aside here. I need to refill. One of these is probably enough for tonight. Let me just get this going here real quick. Oh no, another one broke. I could be making so much moon juice right now. Okay, so I've got an item collector, which is picking them all up so I don't have to. There we go. Cool. That's the easiest way I have of setting that. Then I'll auto load my moon juice, which I have probably enough for what I'm going to use it for. I'm already at, what, 6 million buckets? That's pretty cool. Alright. Well, that's going to do us for today. So, yeah. So the big thing today, we really only worked on one main thing, right? And that was setting up cookie singularities. But that's okay. It's not even showing all of these at the top, which I know are there. You know what it's showing? It's showing what the image looked like before I went in last time. Where's my shrinky dink? Oh, I threw it away. Hang on, I'm nervous that it doesn't look the way it's supposed to. I want to make sure it's working. Hold on. I got scared there because it's showing what it looked like before I came in the last... Yeah, everything's set up. It's just that image is not showing the updated. You're saying it doesn't have any of the cables and stuff we ran? I mean, that's fine. I don't care. As long as it's working. Alright. Cool. I'd like to thank everybody for coming and hanging out with me today. I got to get upstairs and feed my kitties and give my wife some medication. And then go to bed. I'm in bed by 10 o'clock every night now. I go to bed earlier. Obviously not tomorrow because I'll stream till 10. But yeah, I'm usually up by 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. Because for work, I get up at 7 now. So I'm usually in bed by 10 and sleep by 11-ish. If I get any sleep at all. But yeah, I'm an old man now. An old man. I'm boring. I'd like to thank you all for coming. If you haven't already, it'd be super cool if you'd consider clicking the old like button before you go today. Or if you're even watching this in the future, it'd be awesome if you do it then. Always helps out the channel, lets me know you're liking what I'm doing. And if you're new here, please be sure to subscribe. I always forget to do that throughout the stream. I probably should do it more, pimping myself out, but I keep forgetting. I hope you have yourselves a wonderful evening. Have a great weekend. I'll be back here tomorrow from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern, so if you don't have anything to do, come on back and hang out and we'll do some more Minecraft. But if I don't, get out there, party hard, but party safe, and then come on back and visit me when you can. Okay? All right, kids. Have yourself a great weekend, and I'll see you soon.